Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Undead Unluck episode number 16 reaction. Okay, the previous episode it was the episode where we got to know a little bit more about um, Unrepair and his organization. His organization's name is Under, and they are planning on taking control of the world up until God, like destroys it. And also we got to hold an artifact, and this artifact was a unique one which showed us like a literal scene of God destroying the world, that kind of thing. So yeah, their goal obviously is to take control of the world and live and like rule over the world up until God like just completely destroys the world. So yeah, but obviously Union's goal is to defeat God. So yeah, we're going to clash again, obviously. Now that was that, and then the next part we get to see is where we recruit in Chikara. We get to know a little bit of Chikara's backstory, how his parents, how he lost his parents. It was a very sad backstory, and he decides to join us. Obviously, by the end of it, he tells like Andy and everyone to take out the memory of his friend so that he doesn't remember him. And yeah, if someday they are able to defeat God, he'll come back again and graduate with him. That's where it ended. And now, since all the seats are filled, it's time for the quests again. So yeah, let us see what happens, what quests we get this time, and hopefully we're able to complete each and every one of them. Otherwise, one more chance, then Ragnarok. So let us begin. This is episode number wait, what episode was this? 16. Yeah, 16. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. December 3rd. Hmm. Yeah, I was wondering because of that. But okay. But like in darkness, as we saw when he went inside the darkness, Tatiana wouldn't be able to see there, but he with the sound will still be able to, like figure out. So it has its uses. Hmm. I don't know why they put the recap after the opening. It's so weird. Every episode, usually they do it before the opening. I don't know. Hmm. Right. Oh yeah, he also did say that. He said something about the whole world completely flipping over or something. Okay. Oh yeah, they're going to have like their training. All right. I'm very excited seeing to see what the new quests will be. These quests are so interesting all the time. All right, here we go. December 1st, midnight. Yup. Okay. Okay, so this time it's four. Four quests? Yep. A bit lesser than the previous time, isn't it? Maybe the difficulty will be increased. Ooh. Every quest is. Oh, okay. Whoa, really? Alright. Okay, really? Ages. Oh, it's the 4 seasons. Bruh. Un- wait. Isn't Unchanged. Isn't Unchanged Gina? Wait, am I forgetting? Wasn't Gina Unchanged? Or am I forgetting? Remember. Okay, this is so interesting. Literally the 4 seasons. Alright, 1 month. Wait, didn't we have one more chance? Oh, there you go. Oh my god, Revolution! Okay, these are so interesting. Wait, so the world doesn't go around. Okay. Wow. I'll have to talk about this in later in the discussion section. Okay. Yeah. Right. Drop a few nukes on? Bro. What? Wait, that in itself will destroy the world if you drop like 3 nukes. Like what? Yeah. Oh my god. But wouldn't that go against Jesus' justice? Impossible. How? We haven't even started. What the hell, man? Oh my god! Um, odd feeling I have. Wait, was it him? No, but wasn't it unrepair? Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, he oh my god. Yeah, he got shot in the. Oh my god. Okay. What the oh my god. Um oh my god. Right. Oh my god. Didn't unrepair, just say unfair. Oh my god. Wait, so he's like the leader of Under or something? Wow, revolution. That another meaning of revolution is obviously like, so it's like literally double meaning. Okay, my god. Wait, is that the you may burn that we saw? I remember, like, like the you may burn, they said, oh my god, this is bad. Oh, bruh, he's back. His wife, what? Oh yeah, she was training, you remember? Yeah. Okay. Unbelievable. But then he talks about unfair for shooting intent that never hit his target. He always said. Maybe he lied about it. Bruh. Yeah. FF? Yeah. Oh yeah, Burn. That's the name. That's the Yume's name. No, not Unburn. Un is always the negators. Yeah, I forgot about that. Wait, is this power like unfair or something? He said that before. So unstoppable. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I realized like power must be, his ability is something like that. Shoved off content was tricky. Damn. Dramatic change. I see, that's why he stopped. Isn't kicking in. Ah, damn. What? What the hell? Wait, did he just use his ability on them? Oh my god. Oh, is that why oh my god. Whoa. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh boy, we need to bring out Victor. Yeah. We're going to bring out. We have to. I don't see any other way. Or maybe not. Okay, you know what? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I just realized the reason why Billy wore that shoe was because he knew he was going to betray them. So he knew that Tatiana might not come with him. So that's why he was ready with that boot. Okay. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, that was that. Okay, wow. A lot of things to talk about in today's episode. First of all, obviously Billy's betrayal, then the whole, um, yeah, Under, like, coming in and we realizing that Under is actually under him. He's like the boss, I'm guessing, of them. And not only that, okay, one thing I just, like I said, I realized the reason why he put on those shoes is because he knew there's a chance that Tatiana is not going to come with him, so he wore that. That is why he wore that ready, because up until now Tatiana used to help him with, the directions, I'm guessing. And now he knew that there's a possibility she wouldn't come with him, so he might need that boot. um yeah, that was why he wore those particular shoes. Okay, first of all, okay, you know what, before talking about the whole Billy situation, let me talk about the quests first. We got a few interesting quests. So what we got was, mm, okay, where's that section? Let me go to that part. Okay, so first of all, the quests are available to everyone. Everyone has the right to participate. And the first quest is neutralization of Yume Spring. Okay. Location of the artifact Aegis. Now, I feel like I've heard that this term Aegis before. It's like a shield, isn't it? Or something like that. Like some Greek mythological something. Aegis. What is Aegis? There you go. Yeah, a shield or breastplate emblematic of majesty that was associated with Zeus and Athena. There you go. I was like, yeah, I've heard the term Aegis before. I knew that it was just like some kind of a shield, but I did not remember particularly what shield it was. So it is like a shield associated with Zeus and Athena. Interesting. Okay, so that's the first one. The next one is utilization of UMS Summer. Location of Negator Unchanged. Okay, here's the thing. Wasn't Unchanged, what's her name? Gina? Am I making a mistake? Unchanged was Gina, wasn't it? Should I feel like should I check? I feel like if I try to check, I might get spoiled about something. Alright, you know what? I don't know. Wait a minute. One thing I can check. What was, or maybe that also contains spoilers. I'm not really sure. Oh no. Wait a minute. Just a second. Like, Unchanged was, yeah, Unchanged was Gina. Like, what? Oh, I just realized that, yeah, I should have guessed. Because the abilities don't die. I remember them kind of explaining that abilities gets transferred. So if someone dies, it's going to get transferred to someone else. Unchanged got transferred to someone else after Gina died. And so that is why he's like location of the negator Unchanged, because since someone else got the Unchanged, like their location they're going to get. Okay, I see. I understand now. Yeah, because I think in one of the previous episodes, I was like, literally, I was saying like, oh, by the way they're saying stuff, it seems as if the abilities, they don't get destroyed. They get transferred from one person to another. So if someone dies, it's literally going to get transferred to someone else. So okay, there you go. I think that's why. All right. Okay, the next one is quest number 3. Capture of Yume Autumn. Addition of Yume Ghost. Okay. Interesting. And then the fourth one is obviously neutralization of Yume Wind. Wait a minute. Didn't... Okay, wait a minute. There's something weird going on here. Neutralization of Yume Spring. Neutralization of Yume Summer. capture of human atom. Why should we capture atom and neutralize the other three? Oh, is there a particular reason behind that? Like he told us to capture Yume Autumn and neutralize the other three. That's interesting. I wonder why. Okay. And then finally, neutralization of Yume Winter, location of artifact Remember. And you know what's the interesting part? The penalty, if these are not fulfilled by December 31st, is addition of Yume Revolution. Now, you need to remember something. Wait, so this means how does that work? So, Earth doesn't revolve now around the sun? How are they even living on Earth then? Unless and until like the Earth revolves around the sun, life wouldn't be there on Earth. Again, at the same time, I guess galaxy in itself never really existed up until the penalty got added. Yume Galaxy got added. So addition of Human Revolution, I can understand, but so if these are not fulfilled, revolution will be added. Again, it seems beneficial, isn't it? Like Yume Revolution, it seems beneficial because we do need revolution. Otherwise, how can... Okay, interesting. Another thing which is interesting is because our quests are literally neutralizing 3 seasons and capturing 1. Which obviously, like we all know that seasons change because of the revolution of Earth. So we have to neutralize the Yumes, the 4 different, neutralize 3 seasons and capture 1. And if you're not able to do that, revolution will be added. And like I said, the connection between revolution and the seasons is that because of revolutions, seasons exist. Okay, that's so interesting. It's as if, like, what is another interesting thing? Like I said, all these penalties are literally introducing stuff which actually exists. For example, galaxy, exists. I'm talking about the normal world, in our world, normal world, the galaxy exists. All the other, I'm guessing the previous penalties were also probably stuff that already exists in our Earth now, us human beings. And these, like I said, this is literally like the making of the universe. We have to complete this quest. If we are not able to do it, one of these things will be added. In the previous one, galaxy got added. This time, if you're not able to do it, revolution will be added. All these are necessary things that actually happen in the world. But you know what the funny thing is? That these are penalties. Another funny thing is that if we keep triggering these penalties and these keeps getting added, in the 101th penalty, we'll get Ragnarok. So literally what's happening? Literally, they're making the world and the galaxy and the universe to destroy the world. That's what it seems like. They're adding all of these things that actually are needed and necessary. And at the end of that cycle, world will be destroyed by Ragnarok. And obviously, I am guessing that after Ragnarok, I'm guessing a new world will start again or something. So this is literally like the making of the world and the universe and the laws behind it to ultimately for the world to get destroyed, and then it'll probably start again or something like that. And when they will start again, all these things will exist, like a revolution, galaxy, the seasons, all these things will already exist. So okay, I'm trying to think what is even God planning to do, because from the looks of it, I feel like that's literally what God is doing. God is literally like doing these, putting these penalties and everything, and that is literally making the world as we know it is now to ultimately destroy the world. and then maybe he'll start the world again, like brand new. And another thing kind of I'm getting reminded of is that Unrepair literally said something which kind of implies this. Unrepair said something like, when they were like, oh, the world is going to get destroyed, and he was like, oh, that, like, like that's like, even if the world is destroyed, I think he said something like, that's like a new step or something like that. Like he kind of implied that even if the world gets destroyed, it's not over yet. Like there's something else that's going to happen after that, which they know, which Under knows, unlike Union, who do not know about that. And he talks about the world getting flipped and everything and stuff like that, he says. So I do wonder if he knows about something like that, or Under knows about something. But either way, that is so interesting. All these quests is just literally the 4 seasons. I do wonder if there's a specific reason why they're supposed to capture Autumn while neutralize the other 3. I do wonder if there's a specific reason behind that. And not only that, the connection between the 4 different seasons and the Yume revolution that will be added if they're not able to fulfill these quests. So let me think. If they're not able to complete these quests within 31st, then revolution will be added. Understandable. If they're able to complete these, then they will have Autumn with them. The other 3 Yumes will be neutralized, while revolution won't be added. So it'll always be Autumn. Because yeah, revolution doesn't exist. Seasons won't change. And since they have Yume Autumn with them, it'll always be Autumn. Or something. Is that how it works? I don't know. I'm just thinking, because like it's so weird how they said like neutralize like all the seasons except Autumn, where they said like quest 3, capture of Yume Autumn. Wait a minute. You know what? Let me listen to what they're saying. Is this a translation error? Let me listen. Autumn no Hokaku. Okay, Hokaku means capture. What about the others? No. No. Okay, there you go. Tobatsu, yeah. No, there's no translation error. He literally says, like, he says Tobatsu, which means I think like neutralization, yeah. So he uses Tobatsu before summer, spring, and winter, and he only says Hokaku before autumn, which means he literally said you have to capture autumn and neutralize the other 3. So that is so interesting. So like revolution won't exist, so seasons won't change, and they'll have autumn within them, and all the other 3 seasons will be destroyed or neutralized somehow. So only autumn will be there with them. So if they're able to complete these quests properly before December 31st, seasons won't ever change and it'll always be autumn. Kind of like, I'm guessing, the unification of the languages. Like now all the languages are unified. So they're literally trying to make like one. That's so okay. That's so interesting. They're trying to like unify everything, like in a way. Like it seems like if you're able to complete the quests, everything will be like unified. I remember they kind of. I think as far as I can remember, there was also another penalty before where the was it there, or am I just making things up in my head at this point? Like the landmass which got divided, like like was there something like that, a penalty where the I don't know, I don't remember. Maybe I'm just making things up at this point in my head. But what I think is like that's what's basically happening. They're just also there was another, I think, penalty, or was it like a thing where like unification of all the religion or something like that. I don't remember, in one of the previous episodes. Like by the looks of it, like, so this is what is happening. By the looks of it, if you're able to complete the quests, it seems like if we're able to complete all the quests, they're literally taking us in a direction where everything will be unified. For example, with the seasons, so all 3 seasons will be gone, only one season will be like unification of the languages. All the languages are gone, only one English is there, and I'm pretty sure there was a few other things previously in the previous episode that they mentioned that is going to get that got unified, because if they're able to complete the quests, so they're like unifying everything if they're able to complete the quests. If not, everything kind of gets more divided. For example, if you're not able to complete this set of quests, then revolution will exist. If revolution exists, seasons will exist, or something like that. I don't know. It's just a guess, but I feel like that's what the direction this is taking. And I kind of said this before, like, obviously, these are called penalties, even though they don't seem like penalties. But if you think of this in a more, I guess you could say, spiritual way, not spiritual, yeah, like spiritual way, you can say that, yeah, like division is basically what we don't want. In a spiritual sense, we want to be unified. We want to become one with the universe. So I feel like this is literally what's happening, since they're unifying everything. If we're able to complete the quests, like it's that, like, we're basically becoming one with the universe or something like that. I don't know, like that kind of thing. So in a way, even though these penalties don't seem that crazy or that, like, like dangerous or that bad, in a more spiritual sense, it is bad, because these penalties are literally dividing everything. But if we're able to complete this, we're getting unified. In that sense, yeah. Okay, I don't know. It's just something that I thought. I might be wrong in a few things here, but that's so interesting. I always love whenever they bring out these quests. It's so interesting to see what the hell is going on. Okay, so that was that. Now, obviously, the next section is how, like, Billy, like, betraying them, and now a few things. One thing we saw here is that Billy, his power is something like, oh, where is that section? He literally says that unfair or something like that. He says, where's that section where he says that? I cannot find that section, but he kind of brings up unfair. So I feel like unfair is probably like something like his ability, and I guess it would make sense if something like unfair is his ability, because he literally did a few things which makes no sense. For example, he died and then he came back again, which makes no sense. Top killed him, didn't he? Or broke his neck at least. He then came back. And then Juice's ability, he literally got Juice's ability. Again, it makes no sense. How did he get that? How was he able to use it against them? So I feel like something like unfair is his ability. I guess it could make sense how he was able to do all of this, because maybe it's something like, oh, like, I don't know. You know what? I'm not able to properly say the reason, but I feel like unfair might be like a way to actually, like, might be an ability, and that's literally what he's using to do this stuff which makes no sense. Like, his neck broke and he just got up again. He used Juice's power against us. Makes no sense. So I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening. But let's see. I'm guessing they'll probably let us know what his ability is little by little. But either way, yeah. Okay. Another thing is, yeah, what he said was like he wants to defeat God. If I remember, he said something like that. And he said, the first thing that he said was like, he talked about how Juice's plans are naive, and said something like, oh, we can just nuke the places. And when they were like, what the hell are you talking about? And he's like, oh, Juice, your plans are always so naive. This is not how it's going to work. If this is supposed to be the last time, we have to take some steps. So, and then he like literally stood up and he's like, oh, I'm going to take control. I'm literally taking Roundtable with me, and I will be killing God. So that whole thing happened. So, right, I guess, yeah, I guess that's his plan, defeating God. Hmm. Okay, I see. Now, another thing is the whole Tatiana situation where I guess it kind of implied that they kind of implied that Billy saved Tatiana because he needed her power, and then, like, he that is why he in the end he was like, "Oh, come with me," and Tatiana was like, "Oh no," like, no, Tatiana wasn't able to say anything, and but Foucault comes in and Foucault like defends her, and that's when he's like, "All right, then you're also my an enemy," unluck. Oh no, sorry, not unluck. Sorry, he said untouchable. Yeah, which is Tatiana. So you're also my enemy, Tatiana. And then he left. So that whole thing as well. Okay, I'm trying to think like what is his like it's you know what? Let's just wait. I feel like I'm probably there this show does that, like provides us hints here and there, and we can probably get, and I'm trying to think like what is it that Billy is trying to do? Like, he himself said that he wants to defeat God. Then again, if he wants to defeat God, why is he not working with us? Is it because he, as he said, that like you guys' way of doing things is naive? Is that why? Because our goal is also to defeat God. So why not team up instead of like taking it for himself? Maybe because he doesn't believe in our way of doing things. And if that is the case, why wait up until the very end to take control? Couldn't he have done that before? There was plenty of chances. Why now for the final quest? It makes no sense. Like, if he wants to defeat God, he would have taken control of our round table way before, because he would have had a lot of time to do it. Why at the very end? That's another thing that makes no sense. Why wait until the very end? I'm sure he has been with us for a long time, and he definitely has been seeing how Juice is running everything. If he really did not like the way Juice is running things, he probably he shouldn't he have rebelled way before? That's also another question. Why now? Why were you waiting up until now? The very end. So that's why I'm thinking, maybe there's something else going on. Ah, I don't know. You know what? Let's wait. Let me try to stop. Let me try and stop, stop thinking about this, because I feel like we're lacking a few. I feel like we need a few more hints to understand what is his plan and why is he doing this. Right. And yeah, and then obviously in the end, obviously Tatiana is heartbroken, and then Foucault comes and Foucault's like, "Don't worry, I'll make sure everything is fine." And yeah, and she's and I thought when Juiz was like, "Oh, we have to like get that round table back using any way, every possible way," and Andy was like, "Oh, so you said every possible way, didn't you?" I was thinking he was going to say like, "All right, so I'm going to bring out um what's his name, Victor. Yeah, I'm going to bring out Victor." But he didn't say that, and he was like, "All right, let's go Foucault." So okay, right, let's see what plan Andy has and how they're able to right. That was an interesting episode. So yeah. Okay, so a lot of questions, but I'm sure everything will be answered eventually. Um, the few of the main questions are the biggest question, obviously. What is Billy's plan? Why is he trying to do this? And like I said, if he wanted to rebel, he could have done that way before. Why wait up until the very end? Makes no sense. If he really wanted to defeat God through his own ways, He would have done that way before. Why up until the very end? So I feel like there's something else to his plan or whatever. That's number one. A few other questions. Number two, which is like, what is Billy's ability? He can literally take Jewis's power, and not only that, he died and then he came back. How does that work? So that's also another thing. So, that's also another big question. What else was there? Any other questions? No, these are the two main questions I feel like. And obviously I have a few questions about the whole like the seasons and everything. Oh, another question. Why neutralize the 3 seasons and like capture autumn? I do, like I said, I do have my own theory about it, which is what I said, that what I'm guessing what they're planning is like to if we're able to complete the quest, we will be destroying the 3 seasons and only autumn will be there, and then revolution will also not be added, so there will only be 1 season. So that is what they're trying to do. And from the other goals and the penalties we have seen, like their plan is literally to, I don't know, unify everything. Not plan, but the goals is the goal is to unify everything. If they're able to complete the quests and not trigger the penalty. If they trigger the penalty, like it's getting more like diversified. Like, like for example, the galaxy got added. And a few other things, if you're not able to complete the quests, it will be more divided. But completing the quests is like unifying everything, which is interesting. So maybe that is the plan of this final quest, is to literally take out the other 3 seasons, leave autumn behind only, and stop revolution. And if revolution doesn't exist, seasons won't change and it'll only be autumn, or maybe something like that, I don't know. But that's also another question. And I feel like this question will be answered up at the very end, when probably we will be going against God. Like the question that is, what is God's plan? Why is he doing all of this? Why giving all these quests? Why these penalties? And it seems as if it's literally God, through these penalties, is literally making the universe. But at the same time, if our goal is to stop the penalties from triggering, what's up with that? So that I feel like that'll be answered at the very end, almost, when probably we will be fighting God or something. We'll probably get to know what the plan is, and I feel like it'll be like a very good, a very interesting thing when we get to know that. Either way, I'm looking forward to that. It'll probably be way in the future, not now. But yeah, I'm now we can just make theories and guess what's going on. Like I said, my guess is that they're trying to unify everything, and that is why the whole seasons, the languages, all these things. So yeah, okay, there you go. That is it. That is my overall impression. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Let me see if I missed something while reacting. Okay, the first section is, we see that scene where Billy has wore that shoe, and Tatiana was like, "Oh, why have you worn the shoes? And I'm there with you. I can help you out. I'll be your eyes." And he was like, "Oh, nothing much, Tatiana." He kind of laughs and he says, "Yeah, I need you, Tatiana." Okay, so there you go. That is where, yeah, that's where, and like I said, I'm guessing he wore that in case Tatiana doesn't join him. Then he would need that. So that was that. Next, we get to see we are in the round table, on the round table, and Apocalypse comes up, and okay, here we go. This thing? Wait a minute. I just realized something. Didn't Apocalypse just said that these quests will be open to everyone? Every living person on Earth will have the right to participate? Why do we need a round table then? We don't need it. He could take it and leave. Like if it's open to everyone, I don't get it. Yeah, and even Billy commented on that. Billy was like, "Oh, open to everyone. I see." Oh, I just realized why he waited up until the very end. You know what? I was just talking about, why did he wait up until the very end to do this? He was probably waiting for something like this, which is open to everyone. and it probably never came up until now, and now it came, and that's why he was like, oh, open to everyone, okay, and then he decided now is my time to act. But then another question pops up then. Like, why was he waiting up until the quests came where it will be open to everyone? That means his plan, it is necessary for the quests to be open to everyone for his plan to work. That's why he was waiting up until the very end when something like this came. And I'm guessing he probably thought, like, but then again, how did he know or that like a group of quests will come where it will be open to everyone? Another weird thing is that I'm sure up until now, all the quests were probably exclusive to the people on the round table, and that is why he never took an action. Then again, if that was the case, how did he know or how did he guess that a group of quests will come which will be open to everyone? It seemed as if he was waiting for this opportunity. How did he know that? If up until now, all the quests were only exclusive to the round table people. Right, wait a minute. Oh my god, so many questions. Another question. No. Um, right, okay, you know what? I guess one of my questions got answered, which is that why was he waiting up until the very end, that is now? I guess the answer to that is that he was waiting for this one. A particular set of quests which will be open to everyone. That is why he was waiting up until now. And he got it now, and that's why he took his, step. But then again, a lot of other questions pops up because of that. For example, if it is open to everyone, do we even need the round table? And this is the final round of, no, I guess it's not really the final round of quests. If we're able to complete everything, we will get more quests later on. But then again, but these particular quests, I guess maybe because like this round will be fine. If there's a next round, we won't really know what the quests are. So I guess that's one inconvenience. And yeah. You know what? Let's just move on. I feel like I said, one of my questions got answered, a few more popped up. So right. But then now here's my question. Will this mean that we can also participate in it? So for now, at least for these round of quests, we don't really need a round table, do we? Because we already know what the quests are and what to do. Yeah, if we're able to complete all of these, then we need the round table because we need to know what the quests are. If the round table is with Billy and his organization, even if we're able to complete all of this, the next round of quests, we won't know what the quests are because it'll be with them. We won't know what to do, that kind of thing. So I guess that is when we need it. But for this particular set of quests, I don't think we need it because we have already heard what the quests are and we know what to do. Okay, anyways, so yeah, that's that. So yeah, Apocalypse gives us the quests, and all those quests like neutralization of Spring, which will give us the location of artifact Aegis, neutralization of Summer, give us the location of Negator Unchange. I'm guessing the new Unchange. The next one is like capture. Here we go, of Autumn, addition of Yume Ghost, and final one is neutralization of Winter and location of artifact Remember. Quest deadline December 31st. If they are not completed by the deadline, penalty will be Yume Revolution, addition of Yume Revolution. Okay, another funny thing I just realized. So if they complete the third quest, which is capture of Autumn, then ghosts will be added. So now the ghost doesn't exist in the earth. So if they complete the quest 3, ghosts will be added. So ghosts will exist then. That's funny. Yeah, so if everyone can participate, then even Mui can do it. People outside of the roundtable are free to enter. Roundtable or not, everyone must unite to challenge. Here we go. So there you go. That's it has been confirmed. Like I'm pretty sure it has been it's pretty obvious now that Billy was waiting for this. Billy was waiting for a set of quests where everyone can participate, and that's why he took his step now. I don't know why he was waiting for this particular condition, but probably because of something, some kind of like a plan he has. You know, I don't know. Anyways, okay. So then Billy talks about like I doubt we can complete these easily. So why don't we just nuke these places? Um, here we go. 3 or 4 needs to be utilized. There you go. He literally says that. So if we can kill them, we're good. So why don't we just nuke the 3 places? That's what he says. Obviously, Tatiana's like, what the hell? And everyone is like, what are you on about? Like innocent people will be sacrificed. And he's like, yeah, that is true. But that will all be what we lose. And then he's like, oh, too naive, Jews. You really are. You're always seeking a better outcome, almost as if there'll be a next time. And he says, I'm saying it is impossible. You can repeat it thousands, tens of thousands of times, but none of you are able. How is he that confident? I don't understand that. Also, the way he said that is so weird. He says you can repeat it thousands, tens of thousands of times, but none of you will be able to kill God. You know what is really odd about this this sentence? What is odd is that he says that you can continue this for tens and thousands of times. Who talks like that? Like, you know what is bothering me about him? It seems as if he knows what's going to happen. Can he like see the future or something? And I guess it would I guess it would kind of make sense if he can see the future. Maybe that is why he is blind. You know, like a sixth sense kind of like that is like his ability, like seeing the future. But if he can see the future, it wouldn't answer a lot of my other questions, which is how like he literally died, it seemed, but he just came back to life. How did that happen? Also, how was he able to get Juice's ability to use? So his ability is definitely related to that. But then his words are so weird. Like, okay, you know what? I'm going to again read this section. Just listen to what he says. Okay. All right. You're always seeking a better outcome, almost as if there will be a next time. Juice says, what are you driving at? I'm saying it is impossible. You can repeat it thousands, tens and thousands of times, but none of you are able to kill God. There you go. His words, it seems as if he knows what's going to happen. That is why he's saying that you can continue this tens and thousands of times, but none of you will be able to kill God. Either he can see the future, or he himself loops time. Maybe he like goes back in time again, and that's why he's seen this a lot of times, and that's why he's saying, oh, you guys cannot do anything. Oh yeah, you know what? I feel like that is a better yeah, that might be it. It's not that he can see the future, but maybe he's like a time leaper or something. He leaps back in time, and he's like made like this trip so many times, and probably every single time the same outcome has come, and he probably leaps back again and to repeat it. And since he's doing this, maybe all of the time he has probably seen the same outcome happening, and none of these people are able to kill God. And that is why now he's like, oh, like, you guys can try thousands of times, but you're not able to kill God. Like, and that's why he has now decided to change his plan and do it in some other way. Like, take a more drastic step like this. So, you know what? I feel like that is more likely. He's probably a time leaper. So what happens, I'm guessing, is that he probably joined this organization the first time he joined it, and he like probably continued, and up until the end he saw that they weren't able to kill God. So he probably tried to live back in time and do the same thing again, expecting stuff to change, and maybe this time we're able to do it, but still it doesn't happen. And he keeps going back. He probably did this for like at least like 50 to 60 times, and every single time the same outcome probably happened. And now finally he has realized that this is it won't, we won't be able to do it like this. So maybe he decided to make another organization called Under. And this time he decided to take everything in his hand. And that's why now he said something like, you guys can continue this thousands of times, but you won't be able to kill God. Because he already have seen it. He probably have seen it multiple times when he lived back in time. I don't know, I'm making some wild theories. I'm making some wild theories because, it would make sense. Why is he so confident that we won't be able to kill God? It makes no sense. And the way he said that you can continue this hundreds and thousands of times, that particular set of words is so weird. And everything will fall to place if that's what's happening. I'm guessing probably the first few leaps, he was like a normal member of this organization. But none of the time we were able to do anything and kill God, so he leaped back in time, like multiple times. And finally he has now realized that this way we cannot kill God. So he probably decided to take things in his hand and decided to make a different organization called Under, and probably recruited all these members there. And finally he took this step to do this. And he has like betrayed us or something, and he wants to take everything in his hand now. Yeah, that was I made a whole last theory. I might be completely off, and I probably am, but I don't know, it actually, everything seems to quite fall into place if that's what's happening. Yeah, this one line makes me think that he is someone who has done this multiple times, and none of the time any of the result has changed. And that's why he said this particular line: you can repeat it thousands, tens and thousands of times, but none of you will be able to defeat God. Because he already went through that, and he knows. Maybe he repeated these like a lot of times, and none of the time anything happened, so he decided to take things in his hands. Who knows? Either that, or like I said, or he can see the future, and that is why he can say all of this. And if that is the case, my question is, what about his own ability? I think his ability is something else. Is not looking at the future or time traveling, because how did he survive that? He literally got his neck broke. And so that would that's also another question I have then. All right, you know what? Let's just stop. Let's wait and see. Okay, so that's that, and he uses his gun to attack, and all of Shen and Andy just comes and points their weapons towards him, and you can see Andy's like, I already had this weird feeling, and he thinks about back all the time when Unseen wasn't, that whole thing with the Unrepair, and he realized that something was weird and he wasn't able to put his finger on it. So now he's like, it's probably Billy. Yeah, those guys barging in everywhere we went, that was also another thing, how, yeah, these information and everything. Okay, another thing. Wait a minute. Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. I was going to say that, Repair and Unrepair kind of said, we are under, in 3 months the world will flip around and become fair. So, I guess he probably pre-calculated when Ragnarok is going to happen. That is why he said that. Okay. All right. Anyways, so all those scenes he kind of remembers, and also the fact that Unrepair said, join us and I'll personally put in a good word for you too. that as well. Yeah, so there you go. It just, and it's like, like he probably was hinting at that. Oh, also, Ishin tried to protect. Ishin is that samurai person, isn't it? Yeah, with the samurai armor, and he got shot in the throat. The ricochet, and now like Nico's trying to operate on him. Obviously, Top gets pissed and just whacks him in the throat, and he it seems his neck broke and he died. And Tatiana's like, what the hell? Like, like, what are you doing? And Top is like, come on, like, you understand what's happening. He betrayed us, and that's why I did that. But then, Billy wakes up. His eyes were like devoid of life and suddenly came back. So, devoid of light, bearing the burden of negating, forced to fight, and then Burn comes up. Why lament about lives of the incompetent? Utilize their lives as well. That is what I do. Otherwise, here we go. It's quite unfair, yes. Again, unfair seems like a negator ability. I don't know. It's it might be. It might be like his own power or something. Like unfair. Anyways, but then again, like I said, it doesn't answer my question. Like the big ass theory that I made about him, either him looking at the future or him being a time leaper, that would not make sense if his power is something like unfair. So I don't know. You know what? Everything is just, yeah. Okay. So after that, Burn comes up and Tatiana's like, what is happening? Like, And then Unrepair is here and Latla's also here. I love Unrepair is like, oh, you've lost weight since the last time I saw you. And Fuka's like, oh, really? I lost some weight. And he's like, never mind. I cannot probably see you from here, so I might be wrong. Oh my god. So here you can see that Tatiana says like, oh, that's not Billy. This is like, you don't know anything about Billy. Like, I know that Billy's ability doesn't work like that. His ability is unbelievable. She says it's limited to guns, but shooting in the direction that it never hit his target. It always hits via ricochet and stuff. It's a sure hit ability. You know what? Again, it would make sense if his power is something like unfair, because he probably lied to Tatiana saying that, oh, his ability is unbelievable and he shoots anywhere and it ricochets and gets it. And maybe it is very similar to his own power and he can use his own original power to do that thing. So what I think unfair is that if you do something, so here's the thing. This is how abilities work. It negates like a natural law or something like that. For example, unluck erases luck. That's why you get unlucky. Undead is you don't die. Death gets negated. What else is there? Unstoppable, as we saw. You cannot stop. That whole these things. So if his power is something like unfair, I guess it negates fairness, and it would make sense because fairness will get negated. If you are like natural rules and laws, which is considered fair, that will become unfair. So him shooting at any direction, if the fairness of it is negated, it becomes unfair and the ricochet will hit you. That's how unfair it is. It's as if oh, you shot a gun indiscriminately and it just somehow hit you. That's so unfair, isn't it? Kind of like that. It's something like that, I guess. So it's just unfair. He negates the fairness of stuff. And that's why he probably came up with an idea to make, tell Tatiana that, oh, my ability is shooting somewhere and it's obviously going to hit. Obviously, that is not his power, but that is just a fraction of his power. He lied, but at the same time, his lie made sense to Tatiana. He didn't give the full truth. His power is something different, but it can do something like this. So I don't know, maybe it's it would make sense if his power is unfair. Yeah, that's why he shoots anywhere and just hits somehow. That is how unfair it is. Right, anyways, so now Chikara's afraid. Chikara's like, what is happening? And they're like, oh, we'll explain later. Chikara, you run away now. Leave it to us. Okay. So anyways, all that stuff aside, Billy's there and Top tries to attack Billy. But Billy just disappears and hits him. So, oh, here we go. You see this part? Yeah, I'm pretty sure his power is unfair. So, Andy says something like, where is that? So fast, what the hell is going on? Again, it's unfair. Top was going so fast, so he negated the fairness of it, and he himself became faster than him. That again is so unfair, isn't it? So it's like it's a weird type of an ability if this is what his ability is. But it's very strong. Again, these are just guesses and speculations. It might be something else. I'm just guessing that his power is unfair because he kind of repeated that multiple times. So I'm guessing his power is something like that. Okay, so Billy says unstoppable, huh? It is a fine ability. And he explains what his ability does. So basically, the shut-off condition is quite tricky. You cannot stop unless the shape of your body undergoes a dramatic change. Ah, I see. And that's why when he got hit, maybe that's why he stopped. Yeah. Oh no, wait. Oh, I just realized something. He is using every single people's ability. Oh, you know what? Scratch that. Is his power really unfair then? I'm not really sure. But maybe the way I thought it works is not how it works. Because I thought the reason why he was able to become faster than Top is because because that's how unfair it is or something like that. No, he's using every single people's abilities. As you can see, he uses Top's ability against him, and he says that you cannot stop it. The way to stop this is quite tricky. You have to change your body somehow. Like it should be like structure should be changed, and then he says like, oh, but thanks to you, Undead, my body I'm easily able to do it, because you see his leg is broken completely, but since he probably is using Undead's ability as well, he literally makes it okay. So he's literally using every single people's ability here. Yeah. Oh, I understand now. That's why he was able to survive that kick in the throat. Yeah, because he was using Andy's power. Okay, there you go. That answers my question. That is why he was able to come back to life, because he's using Andy's ability at that time. And I see. Okay, makes sense. And then again, that also answers my question, how he was able to use Juice's ability. So somehow his ability is something that makes him able to use other people's abilities. And that's what he's doing. He used Top's power to stop him. He used Andy's power to surpass death, and then he uses Jewish power against them. And yeah, and then he used Injustice. Okay, so he says that one is bound to protect, one is bound to live and lead, which is Jewish, and one is bound to fight powerful foes to become stronger. I see. So since Andy's ability is to protect, not ability, but his justice is protecting Fuko, that's what like, why, that is why he was pointing his finger towards Foucault, because that is what literally injustice is, going against your justice. While Juice's justice is live and lead. So that is why she herself put the throat, like, sword in her own throat, because that goes against her justice, since her justice is living and leading. If she dies, then that is, while the reason why Shen's staff just became small, the reason behind that is that his justice is to fight stronger opponents and become stronger, and that is why the pole becomes shorter. It's not going to let him fight, because it goes against his justice. Okay, there you go. These are your visions of justice being negated, yes? And then he's like, oh, swat them away, Burn. And yeah. And then he says, like, I do wonder if there's a reason, there's like a particular method how he gets the ability. If he is able to use all these abilities now, why can he not take Tatiana's ability? Couldn't he just take it? So I do wonder if there's a process behind it. So yeah, that is why he probably told Tatiana to come with him. And Tatiana was like, is remembering the past. And then Foucault comes in and he says, like, oh, Tatiana, you want a normal body back, don't you? Like, come with me. But then Foucault comes and shoots him, and he literally heals, because obviously he's using Andy's power. And she says, I know one thing: when you have no sense of self-worth but someone saves your life, how influential that person can become for you. But what I don't know is how sad it must be to face betrayal from that same person. Yeah. And Lily's like, all right, you're not coming then, so you're also my enemy, Untouchable. And he leaves with Burn. Obviously, Juice is like, we cannot let them steal the round table. We'll lose our only way to oppose God. Yeah, I guess this one we can participate in, but the next ones we won't be able to. Maybe that's why. Okay. Anyways, and she's like, we have to get it back, like by hook or by crook. And Andy's like, really, any, like, I have a lot of questions, but as you said, by any means, right? And I was thinking he was going to use Victor here, but he's like, all right, let's go, Foucault. And yeah, Burn is quite strong. Will, like, obviously Juice is like, will this work? And he says that girl on, Andy says the girl on top of Burn's head was the girl I described in September's report. As long as she's there, orthodox attacks won't land. That's why we need to, like, rely on the randomness of Foucault's unluck. So there you go. That is his plan. So yeah, our main goal for now is to stop Burn. If we're able to stop Burn, they won't be able to take the round table with them. Nico, he's like, Nico, I want you to focus on treating Ishin on top, and grant the lab members control of the facility to stop Burn in the tracks. Nico kind of was like, I wasn't really happy about that, but he was like, all right, fine, whatever, no choice. And he gives the, like, privilege to these two, like, his, I don't know, his students or something. I don't know who they are. Like I do know who they are. We've seen them before, but I'm guessing they're like his students or something. Anyways, I guess she calls him Papi. Like, is that? Oh, that's his daughter, isn't it? I think so. These are probably his children. Like, she calls him Papi, so. And her hair color is also same as Nico, isn't it? Yeah, like purple. So it must be his daughter. No, wait, I think they explained it. Oh, I think they explained it in one of the previous episodes. I'm just forgetting who they are. Yeah, they explained it. I just forgot who they are. Let me know if they've explained it. If not, if it's a spoiler, then don't need to let me know. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, and Juice is like, you have permission to use any artifact you deem usable to stop Burn. Also, she tells Chikara to stop her bleeding, and Tatiana, she tells Tatiana to stand by. Because, like, don't worry, Tatiana, I know that Billy for you is very important and someone who's obviously kind-hearted. So I'm sure there's some kind of a reason why he's doing it. we'll get him back. And there you go, and we are off to stop him. So that was it. That was my reaction to this episode. A long discussion section today, and I knew it was going to get long because like I had a lot of things to talk about in today's episode, and after the discussion, I have a lot of questions, and a few of the questions got answered, and then I still have a few questions remaining. But let's wait. I'm sure everything will be answered. But a few things I understood. Number one is that he can literally use any character's ability. That's how he was able to survive himself, and he's literally using these abilities against them. It's probably something that his power, is like result of his power. That's one thing I understood. Another thing I understood is, again, this is just a guess, but according to my understanding, he was waiting for this opportunity for a set of quests to come which will be accessible by everyone. I do wonder why he was waiting for this particular time. There must be a bigger reason behind it, and that is why he decided to take his step now and betray them. He was probably waiting for this. Don't know why though. That is also another thing I understood. What else? This is like a speculation or like a guess that I made, but I feel like the way he's talking, it seems like he can either see the future, or he is like someone who like is like a time leaper who has repeated this time multiple times, and that's why he said something like, oh, thousands and hundreds of times you might try to do this, but none of you will be able to kill God. This particular line is so suspicious. Like, unless and until you yourself have seen that and seen them repeating this multiple times and not able to get the desired result, you won't say something like this. That is why I'm basing this based on this observation, that either he has seen the future, and he has seen the future that in multiple futures they're not able to change it. That is why he said something like this. Or he himself has gone back to that future, and he himself has repeated this time back and forth, and none of the time he was able to see them defeat God, and that is why he said something like this. Because it kind of reminds me of two particular shows. One obviously is Steins Gate, where Okabe Rintaro literally goes back and forth trying to change the future, but he's not able to change it, like that whole thing. And another one is Madoka Magica, where Homura literally goes back in time multiple times trying to help out Madoka, ultimately failing, multiple times, and by the end of it, they almost gave up, that kind of thing. It's probably that kind of thing, something. Otherwise, why would he say something like that? Again, this is like a complete like a random theory that I thought of. It might be completely wrong, or I might be right. There's like a very less chance probability of me being correct. It's like a 20% chance, but just based on that one line, I'm thinking maybe this is what has happened, but I might be completely wrong. Anyways, that's also another thing that I thought about after watching this episode. And also the whole summer, autumn, winter, that thing. Why did they tell to capture autumn and and neutralize the other three? Why? What particular reason? And the whole revolution thing. My guess is they're only trying to unify everything. Autumn will be left and revolution will go away. So that kind of thing. So I don't know. That is also another very interesting thing in this episode. So these few things, So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're still here, it's a long discussion section. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people left by this point. But anyways, I had to talk about all of this because I had a lot of things. I had a lot of things to discuss, especially after this episode. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Undead Unluck. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.